Hi, YouTube. I have not done a YouTube live in a really long time, so I thought I'd hop on here, see if anybody's gonna be present. Answer some questions, talk about whatever. I'm fixing to send out a notification that I'm live, because I don't know. YouTube's kind of been weird about sending out notifications. Let your friends know I'm on here taking questions. There's a few of you. I see you. I see you. Hi. How's everybody doing? Happy whatever day it is. Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Oh, what is happening? I'm just hanging out. I'm kid-free currently, so I thought I would make use of my time and do a live YouTube. I haven't done one in, I don't even know the last time I did a YouTube live by myself. Obviously, I do one every Monday with Ken, but that's different. Hola, happy International Women's Day to all my ladies. How are we celebrating? I'm celebrating by having a babysitter today. My mom. It's my mom. Annie says, are you letting your grays grow in? I've been letting my grays grow in for over 3 years now. They're all the way down to the tips of my hair. I'm full gray. Well, not full gray, but they've all grown in at this point. Hey, Maggie, welcome to the live. Regina, what butter do you recommend? As long as it's just cream and salt, whatever fits your budget. We have used all kinds of butter. We used to use Kerrygold all the time. We've used Vermont. We've bought from Amish. The Amish butter is the best that there is. If you can find that, definitely get that. Oh, hey, Dr. Tony Hampton's in the house. Everybody say hi to the doc. Thank you. I feel like I deserve a break too. You know what I do with my breaks, Dr. Hampton? I work. Big Apple voiceover says, what protein drink do you recommend? So I don't normally consume liquid protein, but when I was pregnant in the first trimester, I had a lot of meat aversions. I used Equip Premier protein. It's made from beef isolate protein. It's probably one of the best ones out there. Plate River Keto. Hi, Neisha. Thanks for all that you do. Down 175 pounds in no small part due to you and Dr. Berry. Wow. Congratulations. Huzzah. Down 175 pounds. That's amazing. Terry is also down 175 pounds with keto and carnivore, BMI of 29, and cholesterol is improving. Huzzah. I love it. Zemina, sorry if I said that wrong. How long did it take you to put your Hashimoto's in remission? About 3-ish years, 3.5 years to get full remission numbers. Now, I saw my symptoms improve within about a year. Of course, I still have the chronic pain that I talked about the other day in my breast implant video, but other than that, most of my symptoms have resolved. I just recorded a video about IBS. So if you have IBS and you want to hear a success story, that will be posted probably tomorrow. Laura's down 13 pounds. Good job on ya. Sonia's down 50 pounds on triple B&E. Yeah. Love it. Timeless Jewel by Deborah. I've noticed that since I went Ketovore, my skin and hair look so much better. So that fat, collagen, and protein. That'll give you some good hair. You got to give it time. It doesn't happen overnight, okay? Betsy, hey, do you have the new baby chickens yet? No, not yet. Probably the next few weeks we'll be getting them. I'm very excited. Anybody getting chickens for the first time? Are you excited? What kind are you getting? Currently we are down some chickens. We had a incident with a coyote. And so he got quite a few of my chickens. We still have like 20 maybe, but yeah, we have black ones too. And I don't know. Coyotes don't care. They're going to do what they do anyways. That was a bad week. Bobby's getting chicks for the first time. Currently 3 feet of snow on the ground. Whoa. I'm glad I don't live where you live. So far, my favorites that we have had are the Easter eggers. They're just the most gentle little chicks. They're so sweet. They'll just hop right up and let you pet them. And they even let Beckett pet them. And he's a 3-year-old nutcase. So, yeah, they're so sweet. I love them. What moisturizer do you use? Oh, haha, funny. Yeah. This is what I've been using. The reason why I have it here is because I just showed it in a video inside of the private community. If you're in there, you already know about this. So this is called Farrow. And believe it or not, this is made from bacon fat. And I've been absolutely loving this. You can get it unscented, and I think they have one that has essential oils in it too. Actually, I have a discount code. Hang on, and I'll get that. I didn't plan on talking about this, so I should have put the link. But it's FARROW, Farrow, and the discount code is Neisha. It's just Neisha, and that will give you 15% off. So if you want to try this stuff, it only takes a little too. It's probably going to take me forever to get through this little jar, but it is so cool. I love this stuff. So Farrow.life. Farrow.life is the website. And they have face cream, hand cream. Anybody, have you guys used this? I'm probably late to the game, but I am obsessed. I use other things too. I got this about a month ago, and then they sent me some more because I was like, I love this stuff. And they sent me a new package and a discount code. Look, it's so creamy. Huh, can you see that? Look at that. It's so thick. Like, you don't need much at all. And it doesn't stink. It doesn't smell bad. It actually smells good. You know how I feel about bacon fat, okay? Farrow, Farrow. What did I say? Farrow.life. And it's just my name, Neisha, and that gets you 15% off. It also has honey in it, which I don't mind honey for topical things. I'm not a fan for consumption on a daily basis, but you do you. Michelle, love my chickens. Are you going to try to hatch any of your eggs to increase your flock back to what it was? Yep. Yes. Dr. Berry says yes. Peggy, hey Neisha, what pancake mix do you make for Beckett? We have a new grandbaby about a month younger than Bonnie and want to feed her clean as much as possible, but still kid approved. So we use Nush. Now, full disclosure, that has erythritol in it. So if you're freaking out about erythritol, that does have it in there. He doesn't eat those every day or even every week. They're a treat. Maybe twice a month on Sundays, I'll make him pancakes. I also have a recipe on my blog for pancake mix that you can make your own, which is obviously super clean, but takes a little longer to make. Where the Nush, you just add water or milk or whatever you want to add to it, and Boom, you're done. Well, I like it. It tastes great. The Noosh, I don't eat it to myself, but I've tasted it obviously. So my blog is neishalovesit.com. And you can find some recipes over there. It's not a well laid out website, so don't come for me. I'm not a recipe writer, so my recipes are kind of like, like a normal person would write down how they made something. Just living life. Where do you get the goat milk for Beckett? We get it at Walmart, and we get some at the Turnip Truck in Nashville. Sprouts has a brand that we've used before. Whole Foods has a brand we've used before. We're not really picky about it. It's, still all better than cow milk, especially for Him. I saw Kim in the comments. Crystal, I'm currently low carb, but wanting to try carnivore for a month. Any tips? Stock your fridge and hide the stuff that will tempt you from going off plan for the month. Get a variety of meats. You don't have to just eat beef unless that's something that you want to do. So chicken wings, chicken thighs, rotisserie chicken, bacon, pork belly, eggs, obviously. Ground beef is, I think 90% of my meat is ground beef. I eat ground beef more than any other cut of beef. Reeb, 10-week pregnant daughter is low in folate. How much should she take and what kind? I took the Pure Encapsulation brand of folate, and her doctor will tell her how much she needs to take, especially if she's low. She can also get folate from food. Any kind of liver has folate. Eggs have folate. I think chicken liver actually has more folate than beef liver, but don't quote me. Any kind of liver is going to be good if you can get her to eat it, Day at the beach. Hi, new to this channel. Welcome. I just started the no carb diet. You and your family are adorable. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Nicole, 10 weeks pregnant. Congratulations. Struggling with the PhD because of meat aversion. Sister, been there, done that. So, again, I use the Equip protein shakes during the first trimester with Bonnie, and I use Keto Chow in the first trimester with Beckett. Both are fine. And then I ate boiled eggs a lot because they're pretty bland. I would make egg salad with pickles, cold things. I could eat cold protein much better than I could eat hot protein. So I ate deli meat too. I know people are scared to eat deli meat while they're pregnant, but I ate a ton of it. And that's mostly where I got my protein in that first trimester. Do the best that you can. Talk to your provider about taking some B6. Sometimes that can help with the nausea at least, and maybe help with meat aversions. What's your favorite way to fix your ground beef? Taco meat. So I just do a taco bowl, which is just ground beef. I make my own taco seasoning. You can buy yours if you want to. I don't care. I top it with tomatoes, avocado, and onion. Sometimes I don't top it with anything. Sometimes I add cheese and sour cream. Sometimes I eat it with carnivore crisps and make like a nacho bowl. And then cheeseburgers, bacon cheeseburger, cheeseburger with an egg, burger with an egg. That's basically how I eat my ground beef every single week. Melissa's chili recipe. If you haven't tried her chili recipe, it's phenomenal. It's cookingketowithfaith.com or .blog. One of those two. Oh yeah, and my meatloaf recipe. That's a good one too. That's on my YouTube channel and my blog, I think. Follow the fox. Your outfit and hair is on point. Thanks. Very sweet. Amanda Berry. Have a favorite coffee recipe. Nespresso pods is basically how I make my coffee. I just pick an espresso pod, put it in my Nespresso maker, add a little lactose-free milk and the sweet leaf stevia drops, and that's how I drink my coffee nearly every single day. Sometimes I do it iced. If I do iced coffee, I do a double shot espresso over ice with the same thing. What's your water today? Actually, I'm having iced tea today. So technically it is water, but it's iced tea water. David, do you feed your dogs chicken and how do you prepare it? Yeah, our dogs eat chicken sometimes. Usually Toto, he eats that the best. He's our rescue dog and he has just got the worst kind of digestive system. He pukes a lot. He's just very sensitive. You just cook it in usually bacon fat, and that's it. Natasha, thanks for the super chat. Ooh, let's see. My husband takes 400 milligrams of magnesium oxide 2 times a day for AFib. Is it still okay to do 2 packets of Element a day? He jumped on board with carnivore 2 weeks now. Yeah, it should be fine for him to take electrolytes as long as he has functioning kidneys. But always check with your provider to make sure there's no interactions with any medications that you're on. Marilyn, Neisha, you were my biggest inspiration when I went completely carnivore a year ago. A whole year of success with mood and depression management and off Zoloft. Huzzah! Yay. What fat to protein ratio? So I usually suggest a 1-to-1 fat to protein ratio to begin with, and then you can kind of fiddle with it after that. But that's a good place to start. And 1-to-1 means grams to grams. So if your protein goal macro, which is an estimate, is 110, let's just say, then your fat macro would be around 110. It does not have to be exact. You don't have to eat that exact thing every single day. That's where I suggest people begin, and then you can fiddle with it. Linda, can you tell me which smoked salt flavor you use? I see 3 flavors on Redmond's website. Well, I use all 3 of those, but I think hickory is probably my favorite. But they're all 3 of them are amazing. Hey, Holly, thank you. Do you have a recipe for iced tea? Yes, I do. It's just like the way, I don't know, because I grew up in this, where I grew up, everybody knows how to make iced tea, and it doesn't really feel like it's a recipe. It's just like, that's just how you make iced tea. But I've had several people tell me, can you show how you make your iced tea? I use allulose for the sweetener if I do sweet tea. Hello, Alberta, Canada. Do you know if the potassium in club soda is helpful? I'm not sure how much is in there. So I guess it would depend on how much was in there, if it would actually do anything. Jennifer, is adding Redmond's real salt to your water the same as using Keto Chow electrolyte drops? No, because salt is just sodium, and the electrolytes include magnesium and potassium. So it is a bit different. Demetrius, new to the channel, welcome. Ketovore, how did you come up with that? What's the carb count with that? So I have a whole video that really breaks down the guidelines and rules of Ketovore, Demetrius. So if you want to check that out, but the carb count is 10 grams total per day for that. And then I came up with that, I don't know, 3 years ago. I just was like, I'm not carnivore because I have some days where I eat a little vegetables. So it's just Ketovore. I'm not the first one to call it that, I'm pretty sure, but I have definitely been the loudest to use it, apparently. Hey, Crystal. Oh no, my RA's been kicking my butt. Worst flare since being diagnosed 3 years ago. Doc says labs are showing severe. Need to get on meds now. I'm strict keto. Any advice? Cut the carbs down. Go carnivore, Crystal. If you need some inspiration, go check out Michaela Peterson. I know you know who she is, but she'll make you really focus and get down on your strictness and elimination and get that inflammation down. Melinda says your right side looks smaller than your left face. Is it just me or how you're sitting, or do you have issues? I mean, I have issues for sure, but it must be how I'm sitting. But I got more issues than Vogue, so. Sandy, when will you have another group weight loss class? So, Sandy, I run class every week in our private community. We do live stream videos in there. I'm in there a lot. I usually go live inside the private community, but I thought, I haven't went live on YouTube in a long time. Let's do this. I got issues. You got them too. My face looks droopy. It's the lighting, probably. Is that better? Ricardo said it's because Doc's been kissing her on that side. That's why it's bigger. Definitely. It's the kisses. Teresa, how long will it take for inflammation to dissipate from knee joints? Different for everybody, and it depends on how strict that you are. Are you doing carnivore? Are you doing flexible carnivore? Are you doing lion diet? Are you doing triple B&E? This is dude. How many new accounts are you going to make before you just give up? Bye-bye. Goodbye. LW, do you or have you ever gotten Botox, and what's your opinion on it? Yeah, I used to get it a lot. We actually did it at the clinic. I love Botox. I haven't had it since I had Beckett because you're not allowed to do that while you're breastfeeding and pregnant, obviously. That's not to say I wouldn't have it again, but I don't have any currently. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Botox. And that's totally, that's a you thing. You can say it's toxic. You can say it's harmless. Michaela Peterson gets Botox and she has an autoimmune disease, like 5 autoimmune diseases, and she still gets it. So, it's personal. I'm not totally against it. Babies, I love Botox. I know. Me too. Yeah, Botox can be used for other things too. Migraines and sweaty armpits, apparently too. Are you going to do more YouTube interviews? Yes, I am. I have one lined up for next month, actually. I've never used Botox for headaches, but I've heard people say that it does help. Deanne, should you drink electrolytes daily? I'm never sure about how much. You can drink them daily. You can drink them every other day. There's no real rule of thumb, and I think it has a lot to depend on how strict you're eating, whether or not you need a lot or a little, how long you've been eating that way. Do you salt your food heavily or not? Those type of things. I usually drink 1 a day at this point. In the beginning, though, I was drinking 3, usually, probably. Alan, just wondering if you have encountered Dr. Lane Norton saying carbs and insulin isn't the culprit for us getting fat. Is Lane Norton a doctor? Okay. Yeah, I know Lane Norton. But He says a lot of shit, so. Diamond, what's the difference between dirty keto and keto? Dirty keto is if it fits my macros keto, basically. So you're allowed to have a lot of products and usually dirty keto people count net carbs. They're not super strict when it comes to additives and ingredients and seed oils and that sort of thing. They're more interested in doing macros and being in ketosis versus caring about the ingredient level, pretty much. Patty, if I add back in cheese, is each type of cheese one item or is all cheese one item? That's a very good question. Each specific cheese is its own item, and that's because there are like hard and aged cheeses less likely to cause you issues depending on who you are. Soft cheeses more likely to cause you issues. Liquid dairy more likely to cause you issues. So yeah, each individual cheese you need to consider as its own food. Laura, is the Texas style chili recipe that you mentioned? Yeah, I think she has two, and they're both good. So really, just whichever one that you like, or which one looks good to you, they're both delicious. Jeanette, hi Neisha. I've been with you since January, doing another month of triple B&E, but my nose and hands stay cold. I'm taking 3 drops of iodine each day. Should I take more? Thanks. It's probably not the iodine. It's probably just a weird thing that's going on. Probably nothing dangerous, but if it worries you, check in with your provider. But I hear this a lot from people that they all of a sudden they have cold hands or cold something, and I'm not really sure what causes that. Sandy, I love your cornbread recipe. Yeah, the cornbread recipe. That's a good one. Hey, Brenda. Thank you so much. So sweet. Teresa, finally got my type 2 diabetic husband eating Ketovore with me. It's so much easier with us both doing it. Yeah. And our grocery bill went down. Awesome. He says he's feeling better now, and it's only been a few weeks. Huzzah. Tanya, hey, random question. Where did you get your grooming table? Amazon. Of course. Serena, when my ketones are really high, my mouth is super dry. I can't drink enough. How do I fix it? I haven't found a good fix. Even when you drink salty water, Serena, like electrolyte water, it doesn't help? I don't know. Interesting. Oh, Marie, thanks so much. Lena, iodine tastes awful. Will coffee help? Thanks. Love the channel. Yeah. I put my iodine in my coffee. Never put it directly in your mouth. It will stain your teeth. You can taste it in water, or I can anyways, but I cannot taste it at all in my coffee. So yeah, for sure. Demetrius, why not net carbs? I love Rebel ice cream for a treat. You're more than welcome to count net carbs. Here's the problem with counting net carbs. They will allow you to eat a lot more carbs than you would if you were counting total, which is for a lot of people a real problem. And they're most often in crappy products. Not to say Rebel ice cream is crappy, but I don't love it, and it's a product. Anything packaged is going to be net carbs. Why is that? It's good marketing. If it's good marketing, it's probably not good for you. If you have 2 grams net carbs on the front of the package, and when you turn it over, there are 45 total grams. It's just easier to count total, and you're going to have more success when it comes to sticking to a good foundational ketogenic diet. Seek him first, mama. Neisha, breastfeeding mama here. Ketovore since January. Started having hot flashes a month into Ketovore. Was hoping to get my cycle more regular. You're probably having just a flux in your hormones, and I bet that resolves on its own. I've had hot flashes too. I had hot flashes during my pregnancy. The best thing to do is just stick your head in the freezer. But it's not a big deal. Mine went away. I don't know how many weeks postpartum you are. But yeah, it should regulate. Denise, do you use anything special to whiten your teeth? No, not currently. That's just my teeth right now. I've used stuff in the past. I just haven't in a long time, and I can't even remember what I used. Carnivore Werewolf, do you know what day Dr. Berry's speaking at the upcoming trucking show he was talking about? Do you know what day you're speaking on the trucking show?
We're going to post it in the group.
We'll post it in the group. If you're not in the group, you can find that link in the description. You can get access to all kinds of extra stuff behind the scenes, extra live Q&As with only 200 people watching. Do you use a meat membership for your organic grass-fed meat? No, we don't really focus on organic grass-fed. We focus on local beef. We buy from a local farmer. Subscription boxes are cool. Sometimes their meat is good, and sometimes it's not that good, and it's sometimes expensive. I would rather give my money to a local meat farmer myself. But do you? MG3919. RA symptoms after strict 36-day triple B&E. Will the symptoms get better soon? Hard to say. Depends on how long you've had RA symptoms, how severe they are, how long you've been on medications, what your diet was before you did triple B&E. Unfortunately, I can't really give you a timeline, but they will get better. But you have to be consistent. You have to be patient and give your body grace and time to heal and repair itself. Upstate Keto Girl, what is the reason for iodine? There are so many reasons for iodine. I myself use it for my thyroid health, but there are the reasons I use it too. Dr. Berry has a video, more than one video on iodine. So if you want to go type in Dr. Berry iodine into the YouTube search bar, that will pull up several videos that can really break down what iodine is for, who should use it, how long you should use it, why you should use it, all those things. Allison, what is a good level of ketones? Mine hardly ever get over 1.1. 1.1 or 1.0 is fantastic. Congratulations. You're doing great. Serena, did you know that your saliva has more nitrates in it than bacon? Also, celery does. Yeah, but Dark Berry has a video on nitrates too. If you're worried about the nitrites myth, don't. And if you want more information, Dr. Berry has it. Lena, can you give us some ideas of food for 6-month babies? Bonnie eats scrambled eggs, avocado. What else did she have at 6 months? That was the main foods that she had. Stacy, can you have coffee on triple B and E? Sure. If you want to include it, you can. If you want to eliminate it, you can. Oh, Beth. I asked a question on your Monday Night Live last week. Dr. Berry was just about to answer it, and Beckett let out a really loud cry, and he had to leave. I asked if erythritol is still better than real sugar. Yes, it is. It is still better, and none of us need to be drinking, sweeteners all day, every day, anyways. But if you're worried about the erythritol, then there's several other, keto sweeteners out there. Allulose is the one I like, and stevia. Those are the two that I usually use. But yeah, so Beckett fell up the steps. That's why I screamed. And that's when we thought he had busted his head open. He just got a bump. He's fine. But we both thought immediately that we were going to have some stitches that night. So that's what that was. Alex, which is better, carnivore, ketovore, or the lion diet for health? All of those are great for health, and it just says what exactly are you trying to get out of this way of eating. And if you're someone who has a autoimmune disease or several autoimmune diseases that you're trying to improve, then lion diet is the most top tier elimination diet. So I would say that's definitely one to look into. But you're going to see benefits with all of those for a time. And then you may need to, get stricter as time goes on. Ashley, hi. So glad I got to catch you on a live. I'm 3 weeks postpartum and experiencing depression. Will keto help me with these symptoms? It's definitely not going to hurt, but you for sure need to follow up with your provider and just tell them that you're having those symptoms so they can provide you with, support and all of that, because that's very important too. But yeah, keto definitely going to help, but it's not the only thing that you need to be doing, because there's a lot that can make your depression worse in those first postpartum weeks. And I don't want you to have to, go through all of that by yourself. So definitely get some support in there. Here's your leaky roof fixed. Well, it's got a tarp over it. So kind of. Ivy, in the PhD community, do you have ideas for cooking for the whole family for more than one day dinner? That's where I struggle the most, getting different ideas. Yes. That in the community section, people are always sharing what they're cooking for their families, what they're cooking for their kids. We share what we cook. We share recipes in there. Yes. When I have the time, I do cooking demos. I haven't been able to have the time for that lately, but we do those too. And there's a whole lot of stuff that goes on in the community. We talk about subjects that we may not talk about on YouTube just for the sake of not being flagged on YouTube for certain words. I got flagged one time for saying health expert. Not kidding. Terry, are you going to do a video on the YouTube channels that you'd like to binge watch? I think it would be fun to know your guilty pleasures. Yeah, I might do that. Several of you said you wanted to know, so. Ashley, I want to make treats from the element with my daughter who is 10. What is your favorite? So Beckett loves the chocolate salt. That's his favorite. He will literally just lick it off of his finger. So that's one thing that we do. He just licks it out of a bowl. And then he also likes ice with the electrolytes sprinkled on top of the ice. And then we have the little pebble ice, so it's not hard. And he just sucks on that and crunches it. Something just blew a breaker. What else do we use them for? The butter bites. I put chocolate salt in the butter bites. Chocolate covered strawberries. I've put the chocolate salt on top of those too. I use the Lily's chocolate chips, which have erythritol. Okay. But I literally eat chocolate chips maybe 5 times a year. So. Oh, yes. Gummies. Yes. Thank you, Faded Star. We've done that before too. So you use collagen to make gummy bears or gummy worms with electrolytes. So easy. He loves doing that. We usually do that in the summer because it's fun to put them in there, and then we take them outside and he eats them on the playground, and he feels like he's doing something really cool, because he doesn't eat that kind of stuff. And yeah, so that's another way we use the electrolytes, and they're very salty, but I love them. Danielle, can you tell us what CBD that you use? I get it from my chiropractor, and I cannot remember what the brand is, honestly. I've also used some from Young Living that was really good too. There's a lot of good brands out there at this point. Mig, have you seen anyone improve from severe fibromyalgia on the carnivore diet? My husband has been struggling for 7 years, and not one doctor has ever addressed diet. Yes. Yes, I have. And I encourage your husband to be tested for an autoimmune disease. Men can get Hashimoto's too. It is less common, but they can have Hashimoto's, and that can cause pain. So I would encourage your husband to push his provider to test him for more things. But yes, I have heard people on carnivore have a great amount of relief from eating carnivore. Sarah, do you use Neisha Red from Young Living? I used to, not anymore. I think it's a huge pile of there's nothing magical in that. I wanted to believe that it was. It's Adam, does carnivore relieve IBS symptoms? Adam, I'm glad you asked. I just recorded an entire video about my IBS and how carnivore, ketovore improved it, got rid of it. If you want to watch that video, it will be going out tomorrow, probably, if not later this afternoon. But long and short of it is there is hope, okay? And I had it bad. It's actually a funny video. Make sure you watch my IBS video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button right now and the thumb. Come on. Sarah, will keto help my rosacea? It will probably help it. I have seen women and men with rosacea go completely carnivore and it completely go away. Psoriasis too. Holly, what is your favorite protein bar? Ken Barrett, what's my favorite protein bar?
Me.
Bacon. And homemade deer jerky. I could eat that all day, every day for the rest of my life, and I'm telling you, I would not be sad about it. Someone wants to send me a ton of deer jerky, please do. Literally addicted to deer jerky. Okay, venison. Could eat a whole bag right now. It's the best. The best, man. Teresa, what does it matter what type of bone broth to drink? Making your own is going to be one, the most economical version. It's nearly free to make your own bone broth. Two, the most nutrient dense. Three, you're going to get the thickest gel of collagen in it. So that's the best option. Now, Kettle and Fire makes a decent bone broth that you can get from the store. Fond, Fond, their bone broth is decent, but you're not going to beat homemade bone broth. You want to know what makes the best bone broth? In my opinion, if you've been around for a while, you know what I'm going to say. I want to see if anybody's been listening. Hi, Tina. Oxtail is good too, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's right. Pig feet. You got it. Chicken feet too. My goodness. The feet of probably any animal, honestly, but chicken and pig feet. Mm-hmm. That is the best bone broth I've ever made. So flavorful. I mean, like, it's so good. It's disgusting to make. It is. It's like, there's toenails. This is weird. You got to get over that. Cook the feet. Take the feet out. Forget about that there was feet in there. And then try it. Here's what I like to do. I like to boil eggs and kind of make a faux. Is it faux? Am I pronouncing that right? Like a faux bowl, but no noodles. Just boil eggs, soft boil eggs, put them in the bone broth, little chives on top. Oh my, it is so good. It is so good. Do I have a video of that bone broth? I think that I do. Did I record that? I don't know. That was a while back. I need to make some more. But I'm telling you, oxtail is good too. So if you're like, I cannot with feet. Oxtail, I would say, is the second best. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. But I probably cow's feet, I guess, but I don't know. That would be huge. You'd really need a big Instant Pot for that. What's your favorite oil to diffuse? All the citrus ones, the tangerine, the orange, the lime, and the lemon, those are the main ones. And Thieves and Purification. Jamie, is non-organic chicken feet or pig feet okay? Yes, mine was not organic. It came from the Mexican market. Hi, Butterfly. From Birmingham, UK. What's the weather like there? Is it cold? It's actually cold here today. Nicholas, where can I buy beef bone marrow? You're going to have to buy the bones. So any butcher should be able to give you the bones. And I do have a video on my channel on how to cook bones and to get the marrow out. You can also put your bone marrow in butter and make bone marrow butter and then put that on top of your steak and then have a fantastic meal and come back here and tell me how amazing it was because it's great. Julia, do you have any tips for someone transitioning to carnivore at 24 weeks pregnant? No worries. Go for it. There's nothing special you need to do, girl. Eat that meat. Enjoy it. And enjoy that pregnancy. Halfway through. Allie, have you seen any noticeable benefits from taking Lugol's iodine? Yeah, so I've been taking Lugol's for over 5 years now. And the most noticeable thing for me in the beginning anyways was I had a lot of heel pain on the heel of my foot and foot pain in general. Like I could not get up in the morning and walk to the bathroom without my feet hurting. And I had problems with temperature regulation as well. And that's the first two things that I saw that were beneficial for me. And it seems to help my energy level too. I can tell if I forget a few days that I feel a little bit off. And so that's what I see from using iodine. I take 2 drops of the 2% Lugols a day in my coffee, and I've been doing that forever. And I have Hashimoto's, and it benefits me. Do your own research. Is there a ranch dressing that you love? Asks Vicky. Homemade, the best ranch dressing. So I use sour cream, onion powder, garlic powder, dill, seasoning salt. You can throw some ground up anchovies in there too if you want to get a little bit cool, like a Caesar ranch. I think that's all I put in there. Yeah. Yeah, so you can find the iodine drops in my description. If you go to my Amazon shop page, it'll just say my Amazon favorites. Click on that link, go to my Amazon shop page, and I think it says keto supplements, and it's linked over there. So it's easy for you to find. That's the one that I use, and I've used it literally probably 6 years because I started using iodine, I think, before I was actually keto. Hey, it's 80 in Louisiana. Jealous. Hey, y'all, there's 800 people in here. What's up? Hit that thumb. Are you subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Cam, thank you for the super chat. Carnivore is great, but I feel my absolute best when getting fiber from nuts, occasional fruit, and little veggies. Do you believe in fermented foods being good for you and fiber being good for you? I think that if you feel great, then do what makes you feel great. But the research that I have seen supports that fiber is unnecessary and nuts are highly inflammatory. Fermented foods, I actually am pro in fermented foods. If you're going to eat some vegetables, they're probably one of the best versions I love. Kimchi. Am I? Kimchi?
Yep.
Oh, I had a brain fart for a minute. Yeah, I love kimchi. I have that every now and then. I think it's great. But yeah, from this research that I've seen and seen professionals talk about and go in depth about, the fiber is just it's a non-issue. And nuts are highly inflammatory for most people when they're using them every day, every week. I think on occasion, fine. I think fruit on occasion, fine. I think if you're not a carb addict, probably honey every now and then is not that big of a deal. But that's with the assumption that you are healthy, metabolically healthy, you don't have an autoimmune disease, you don't have a carb addiction. There's a lot to take into account there. So, oh, Dolores, thank you so much. Devra, do you have a playlist with all of your recipes and cooking videos? So I think I have a Ketovore playlist, and a lot of those are what I eat in a day videos where I show how I cook things. I don't have a lot of dedicated cooking videos because I don't know. I just don't do those that much. So a lot of my recipes are inside of my what I eat in a day vlogs. Louisa, do you know what ingredients are included in Element Natural Flavors? Dr. Berry says to be careful with this term. Yes, and that is 100% correct. You should be careful with that term. And no, to be fair, I don't know what the natural flavors definition is in Element. I'm comfortable at this point letting that go for my electrolytes. But they do have the unflavored. I don't know that the unflavored has natural flavors. I don't know that it would because it's unflavored. But you can also make your own electrolytes. And it's much cheaper to do that. And it's just out of convenience. I've always used the prepackaged ones. Even we have a video where we make our own electrolytes. It's not like I don't know how to do that. Some things I just am willing to pay for the convenience. And now I'm partnered with them too. So that's cool because I've been drinking Element for a while. Easy. Are you and Dr. Berry coming to Dr. Weedman's Jersey Shore meetup in July? Jersey Shore meetup? I don't think so. Bonnie's birthday's in July, so we probably won't travel in July if we don't already have something booked. Miss Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. Can carnivore mess with hormones in a female? Mess with them in a bad way? If you're not eating enough, any way of eating can mess with your hormones. If you're eating adequate protein and good amount of fat, then it should actually help your hormones in women and men. Hey, JJ, thanks for the super chat. Thoughts on Mirena? Is it really safe? Is Mirena the one with hormones, or is it the copper one? I can't remember. I think that when it comes to birth control, women have, a lot of options, and I'm sure there are some that are better than others. And it does have the hormones. So I would say the copper one, from the research I've done, is the safest for women. And so I would look into that one, talk to your OBGYN and see what they say about it. Amel, doing carnivore while breastfeeding, how much fat and protein should I be eating? There's not really a goal that I can tell you. I will just say make sure you're eating when you're hungry and eat till you're full, and don't restrict your portions, and do not restrict your fat. And then you should be good. Lion Club, do you recommend Keto Chow? I love Keto Chow daily mineral drops. I love their electrolyte drops. I love their fasting drops. I don't drink protein shakes anymore, but I did in the first trimester of my pregnancy when I was pregnant with Beckett the first time, and they saved my life. Yeah, big fan of Keto Chow. Been using their electrolyte drops since the beginning. I actually prefer the fasting drops because they're higher in sodium. Ashley Marie, how many days do you work out a week, and do you worry about daily steps, like 10,000 steps a day? Right now I'm doing 2 days a week, and I would love to do more than that. I'm just, you guys know. If you know, I freaking hate working out. Daily steps, I would like to monitor that more. I have to start charging my Apple Watch. Otherwise, I have no idea. I know today I did not get 10,000 steps in. But yes, I think that getting up and moving is very important, and I just suck at it. But that doesn't mean I don't think it's important. Gina, I'm so confused about nuts. Does anyone know why she said nuts are inflammatory? They have vitamin E and omega-3, which is anti-inflammatory. Gina, it would take an entire hour for me to break down all the ways nuts are highly inflammatory, especially almonds. Peanuts are not nuts. And when we first started getting into keto, we said peanut butter is not keto, and you would not believe the kickback we got from that from people who now would never encourage you to eat peanut butter. Just saying. So do some research, dive into it. Look for information. Dr. Berry, do you have a video about why nuts suck for inflammatory reasons? Oh, here he comes. Oh, here he comes. Here we go. We're going to.
Nuts. These nuts.
These nuts.
So nuts do contain an omega-3 fatty acid, but they do not contain DHA or EPA, the two most important. They contain fish. ALA, which some people can convert, some people cannot. They also contain lots of phytates, oxalates, which to many people are very inflammatory, and also for everybody, they decrease your absorption of the minerals in the nuts. So occasionally on keto, nuts are fine, unless you're sensitive to them.
And how do you know? Roll call for those of you who pay attention. How do you know if you're sensitive to nuts? Let's see. Who's the today? Yeah, there you go. That's better. N equals 1. Elimination. Yes, you have to take them out for 30 to 90 days, preferably 90 days. Reintroduce them in a small amount and document if you have any reaction to them. And that's how you know.
But please, none of you guys think that nuts are a great source of omega-3. This is absolutely
What is
false.
a good source of omega-3?
Sardines,
Anchovies,
seafood, egg yolks of pastured eggs.
Mm-hmm.
There is no DHA or EPA in any plant food whatsoever on the planet, including nuts.
Love it. Also, I would like to see you go forage for some nuts and crack open these nuts. You can even use a tool. I'll give you a tool. And if you had to work as hard as you have to work to get a nut out, you would not even eat over 10. All right? And most people are eating a whole bag, a whole cup. And so that's the lowdown on the nuts. These nuts. Thank you for that. What do you think about keto and the heart attack article? Trash. Dr. Berry's doing a video on it if you want to hear an actual scientific response to that. Hey, Hawaii Life. Oh, thank you so much. No, I'm going to read that during breastfeeding because recycled cells will dump into breast milk. Any thoughts? And do what? And do what exactly if that was, in fact, to happen? And do what? No. Dumb ways to die. Saying stuff like that. To me. Not you, the person who said that. Anyways. Oh, I froze for a minute. Don't worry about it. You're good, girl. Your breast milk is banging, I guarantee you. It has been an hour already, and I just hit 1,000 people. What's up, guys? Hey, Neisha, any plans of making more singing videos? Yes, when I have some free time. Thumb this video. Thumb it. Give it a good thumbing. All right, I'm going to take one more good question. Who's going to get the last question? Hey, Siri, stop. Sorry if I just triggered yours, but that's I need to go pump alarm. All right, who's going to have the last question? Let me get a good one. I want to see. We're going to have a good one. How many teeth does Bonnie have? 2. I'm not going to count that. I just wanted to answer it because it's about my baby. Oh, don't do the sardine fast. I'm not going to go into it, but just eat. Oh, did the girls go to prison? We are awaiting trial. The trial date has not been set yet. So, yeah, we're still waiting on the conclusion of that. But, yeah, the judicial system is freaking annoying. Oh, Danielle, this is a good question. It's just funny, and I like it, and we're going to do it. Danielle, all right, last question of the day. How often do people poop on carnivore? It varies. Some people poop every day. Some people poop every few days, and some people poop once a week. So it just varies. The problem here is that people really think that you need to have fiber to poop, and all of us that are eating meat and mostly meat are just walking around with constipated colons that just have a ton of poop stuck up in there, and that's just not how it is. We all poop on the regular. And on that note, if you want to learn about my IBS story, that video will either go up today, this afternoon, or tomorrow. So make sure you're subscribed. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Thumb this video on your way out. I love you and I mean it. I'll see you next time.